Welcome to the Short Bus Skyler Show, featuring
Big John. He's 6'8" and twice as wide. Trey, glorious hair and is a regular at the free clinic. And our host, he's the guy your sister warned you about, and your mother wants to come over. The original poster child for birth control, Short Bus Skyler.
Hey, ladies and gents. Welcome back to the Short Bus. We got a special guest today.
Ooh, yeah, I see him over there.
And we got a little Polish fuck.
Fuck a bird.
Mac, how you doing?
Introduce
yourself.
I'm feeling great. Thanks for having me here. So,
Is that really your name, Mac?
no.
What's your real name?
My real name is Maciej, but, when you're growing up with a name like this in public schools, it's kind of a...
I would have called myself Maciej Libre.
I never thought of that, but that's a good one. I actually might start using that.
There you go.
Let's start this over, actually. It's just Maciej Libre.
Introducing Maciej Libre.
Yeah, that's my new name.
For some reason, I want nachos when I hear that.
Oh, yeah, well, you watch too many Jack Black movies.
You know what I'm talking about.
And you're a fat fuck.
Did you watch The Polka King yet?
All the orphans.
The what? What?
The Polka King. It's a new Netflix movie. I actually did catch it.
With Jack Black.
I watched it with my girl, but
didn't see
unfortunately we were a little too turned up
Chocolate
to understand
wasted.
what was going on.
You were chocolate.
I want to get chocolate wasted.
Chocolate.
Girls love chocolate.
Did you do the introductions yet?
Well,
I think I stopped you. didn't
Well, I did Mac a little bit as our special guest, but, it's just me, Short Bus Skyler. How you doing? If you got a boner, stroke it. We got Dr. Trey in the house.
Good.
Dr. Trey.
Putting out those prescriptions for what you need.
What's up?
And then we got Big John, this big, small-footed motherfucker.
Say that again?
I said this big, small-footed motherfucker. How big is your shoe?
13.
13? I'm 6'2". You're how tall?
6'8".
I wear a size 13, and the shoes are tight.
Mind you, I was only 6'6" for the majority of my life.
Man,
Okay. I
Your
was
feet just didn't get the fucking picture.
See, what happened was...
What if John's just more proportional than you?
man,
I am.
I'll tell you what. You go to any NFL coach and ask him who he wants at left tackle. He'll say a big dude with little feet.
True.
I don't know a goddamn thing about fucking sports, and I don't give a shit about fucking sports. You like sports, that's cool, but you know what? Fuck you. That's a lot of money down the drain.
It was just a reference to athleticism.
It's not that he doesn't like sports. It's that his brain capacity doesn't allow himself to get it.
It's because I'm fat and I can't do it, and I'm a little jealous.
I feel guilty when I watch a football game.
It's because he always pops a boner when the games are on.
Oh, dude, those guys in those tight pants.
The
You see him from behind. You see him from behind. It's like a chick with shoulder pads.
Our last
I'm
Super
gonna
Bowl
go
party was
chill in the
super
corner.
awkward.
You're already in the corner, motherfucker.
I am. Trey's over here still trying to do jokes on the Super Bowl.
Which is coming
He's like,
up.
I'm going to reach out there and do this, the Super
It's coming
Bowl
up,
joke.
motherfucker. And by the way, fuck you, Tom Brady. That's my
Deflate those
public-
balls all you want.
That's my public service announcement for the day.
His party song is...
Yeah.
That's just the sound of the balls deflating in the middle of it.
Well, while we're on the subject of professional sports, our special guest actually does one for, a hobby. He's into boxing.
I thought you were going to say water aerobics.
Water aerobics? I wasn't talking about Trey. I'm talking...
I'm a synchronized swimmer, okay? You need to say it right.
It's 50% resistance.
Boxers train underwater. That's how they punch harder.
It's the electrolytes.
But yeah, no, our special guest, he likes to do boxing. It's something that he likes to do in his free time.
Do you box just for exercise, or do you actually get in the ring and fight?
Well, I actually, I had one competition, but everything kind of, it didn't turn out too good.
Does that mean you lost?
I did lose. It was just, how do I explain it? I used to be kind of into weightlifting before that, so the nutrition and everything is a little bit different. For instance, I could go and have a full weightlifting workout on an empty stomach, right? But when I was getting ready for the fight, actually, like, my coach had all of a sudden had like home problems. He stopped showing up, so I've been only
So your
training.
coach didn't show up to your match?
No, my coach was actually, he just stopped coming to the gym. I mean, there's other coaches, but
I mean, what do you have to do to piss off your coach so bad to where he says, fuck it, I ain't even coming to the match anymore?
It was
He's
a bad
like-
blowjob.
No, he just says this dude's hopeless. There's no need to go.
That makes me sad.
But no, I think it was just the wrong time for me to do it. I think I was only training for 2-3 months, and I just kind of got too excited because it's not really something like, Mike Tyson said it best. Everyone has a plan till you get punched in the face, and that's very true.
It is very true.
It does change your.
Well, that's why you just don't get punched in the face. It makes it a lot easier.
Easier said than done. Sucker punches happen and they suck.
I plan to get punched in the face. That's why I do well.
That's why I love you.
See, little do some people know that I actually fought mixed martial arts, which is a lot different from boxing. I mean, just ask Conor McGregor. Okay.
Pulling punches like a motherfucker.
It's a lot different than boxing, but I would like to believe that it's more of a mental sport for mixed martial arts. Boxing itself is more of a physical sport, I believe. And you might think I'm bass backwards on this, but hear me out. It takes a lot more stamina to go 12 rounds. Okay. Standing up on your feet, throwing 500 to 1,000 punches in a single match than it does to sit there and wrestle on the ground with somebody.
Yeah, I agree with that, but to a point, like, your boxer is going to punch you a lot harder than a mixed martial artist is going to, because their focus is in their fists, whereas in martial artists and mixed martial artists, they mix everything up. They throw elbows, they throw knees, they throw feet, they throw hands, they'll get you on the ground, they'll throw you in a fucking arm bar. But a boxer literally is just focusing on his hip movement, his feet placement, and punching you in the face and trying to knock your ass out.
Well, yeah. Well, like mixed martial arts, it's a lot more dancing. It's a lot more getting into your groove. And boxing.
Did you just say dancing?
It is a lot like dancing.
Oh, you're lucky you're out of arm's reach.
You limp wrist motherfucker.
Boxing is like speed chess. It's like you have all your moves, you have your counters set, and you just got to have them listed in your head so that as it comes, you're like, this is my list of counters, this is my list of moves, and you're like, back.
What do you do when you have someone like myself whose main coach was a boxing coach, but I fought in mixed martial arts?
You take them to the ground.
Well, let's ask the professional.
That's what I'm waiting for. He's being really quiet.
I'm not a professional, so you're asking what if
the welterweight champion of the world.
Yeah, maybe. And
Polish Armada.
No, but ask the question again.
It's Mache Libre. What was the question? Come on.
You were talking about you had a boxing coach and you fought in mixed martial arts. So
yes, sir.
That was your question. Like, what if you have a boxing coach and you're fighting mixed martial arts?
Well, because you guys were saying that it's a boxer's easier to. I don't know how. You said it.
Well, yeah, with boxing.
Where were you going with it?
Well, what I was saying is like, there's a movie, and you're gonna back me up on this. It's just a movie. It's not like actual fighters, but it's a movie called Grudge Match.
Oh my God! That movie was designed as a comedy.
It was designed as a comedy, but my favorite scene...
Kind of like your face.
Jeez. It's the whole point of the show, John. But my favorite scene in the whole movie is it's fucking Sylvester Stallone and Robert De Niro. They're at a mixed martial arts meet, and they're doing, like their press or whatever, and they're sitting down there, and Robert De Niro starts talking shit about mixed martial arts and fucking MMA. And one of the mixed martial artists comes up and he's like, "Oh yeah, man, I bet your old ass can't do shit. Why don't you hit me right fucking here?" Just kind of egging him on, kind of doing a whole show thing. And he swings. The mixed martial artist does, and then Sylvester Stallone lays his ass out in one punch. Literally just goes boom, knocks this mixed martial artist straight the fuck out. And that's where my point comes into with before, where boxing.
Are you basing your knowledge off of a movie that was
No, I'm basing my knowledge off of the conversations I've had with Mac. And that just it's just a small example of boxers focus all of their power into their fist. They don't have to focus it anywhere else. That's their game.
Well, I think if you're comparing striking, boxers are, if anything, like you said, it's not always that the boxer is going to be a more powerful puncher, but I do believe it's going to be a more refined puncher, which can make a huge difference.
So then we go in from the actual striking to more like combo moves.
Well, combo, but there's like a million ways you can throw a punch too.
I think a boxer would be a hell of a lot faster than any mixed martial artist when it comes to punching. When it comes to
Definitely.
punching, anyway.
And
Definitely.
maybe footwork, but
Yeah,
see
yeah.
the thing is the MMA
then
is
kickboxing, too.
constantly evolving too. So there can come a time where these guys will actually be outboxing the boxers. Maybe it just all depends how the evolution of the sport goes.
Do you think the day's coming where it's just going to be one style of combat sport, and it's not going to be boxing or MMA or kickboxing anymore?
I really wish it would come to that. When UFC started, that was mixed martial arts.
That's what it was supposed
Like,
to be. There
when
was
I
no
saw-
rules. There really
Right.
was. It was like you couldn't hit below the waist, and you couldn't hit square in the face or biting. That was it.
Did you see-
Anything else was completely legal.
Did you see that they had like bikers,
Oh yeah.
wife beaters, jeans, and boots, just slugging it out? I'm like, see, something like this to me, that's mixed martial arts because you have different arts competing against each other. And I think MMA, what happened with MMA essentially is they choose like Muay Thai is probably the most common striking.
MMA is just kind of like metal. There's so many subgenres you can't keep up.
But if you think about, but it's kind of became a style of its own where you kind of incorporate like striking from this style and grappling from this style, and then you have like two styles put together where a lot of guys are incomplete in both of them, but when you put it together, you have this fighter that dabbles a little bit of here and here, but he's not refined in any of that. So, I mean, that's not all of the guys, but
he's good at many, a master of none.
right. Jack
Well, that's
of all
the
trades.
Well, yeah, that's the whole point of mixed martial arts is you learn a little bit of everything and try to throw it at the guy that also knows a little bit of everything, but it might be a little bit of everything you don't know.
Yeah.
The
And
thing
then
is
you
with
got the guy
boxing,
that don't know shit that comes in and just starts powerhousing everybody.
well, exactly.
Roy Nelson, I gotta love that guy.
I was listening to a Joe Rogan podcast, and he was talking about I think it's the Gracias family or Gracias. They're,
Gracie.
Gracie.
And what is
you
it?
just say
Jiu-jitsu?
Gracias?
The Gracias
I don't
family.
remember. It was a while ago. I'm a little stoned. I'm a
Break
little
out
drunk.
the tiki torches, you racist prick.
But he was talking about jujitsu. He was talking about jujitsu and how
Say that again?
jujitsu.
Okay.
What kind of jujitsu?
Just he didn't specify
It was Brazilian.
Brazilian
Yes.
jiu-jitsu.
Very different from jujitsu.
And he was talking about all these other like
The way you guys are saying that's making me die over here. I'm sorry.
he was talking about other mixed martial artists and how they try to add their own flair to Brazilian jiu-jitsu, and he's talking about the Gracie family and how they don't try to get fancy with it. They literally just take the basics of the fighting style and perfect it to a point that you just can't defend upon.
Well, Bruce Lee said it the best. He said, "I don't fear the man who's practiced 10,000 kicks. I fear the man who's practiced one kick 10,000 times."
Exactly.
Yep.
That's where I kind of get it. Where when I heard when that Mayweather McGregor fight was coming up, I laughed at people who thought McGregor would have a chance in a boxing match. I'm like, he's a good fighter.
Well, right. They negotiated his loss way before the fight ever happened.
But
Fixed.
I don't think so. I mean, I think Mayweather, like, he's not a very aggressive puncher. He's very, if anything, he's very conservative in his
He's
style.
very elusive
He
in what he
doesn't-
does when
yeah.
he fights.
And like, if you put McGregor against like somebody like Triple G, like I feel like Triple G would kill this dude in 2 rounds. Just beat him to a pulp. I mean, he made Canelo look like a pushover at some points. I thought, anyways. Like, that dude is, force to be reckoned with. But I think that the reason that they made this fight happen is like they knew Mayweather was gonna outbox him, so they just said, give the fans 10 rounds. You're both gonna make so much money. Let's just make it happen.
Well, I'm going to ask your opinion, and I did watch the fight. I didn't watch it when it happened, but I did watch it on the internet the next day. There was
That's when it's free.
exactly. I didn't have to go to a bar and pay $20 to get in to see a fucking fight.
Oh, I had to be there.
Yeah, I know you did. But there was a lot of speculation going around, and I seen it, and I agree with the speculation about Conor McGregor pulling punches, where he would go and when you throw a jab, you want to completely connect, go through what you're aiming for, and then bring your fist back.
That's where you're wrong.
If you look at the fight,
I'm going to have to bust you out on that one.
if you look at the fight, if you watch Conor McGregor on some of his punches, he's aiming like 2 inches maybe before Mayweather's face. You can see him like punch and bring back right before connection.
That's how you're supposed to punch.
That could just be, it could be just like setup, because you never, when you think, when I went to my first class, honestly, boxing is the most backwards thing fighting in general, I think, is the most backwards thing, because your instinct is to get away, but the best thing is to not get away. Don't move back, move in circle. And I've noticed that whenever I try to stay outside, that's when I would get punched the most, because that's when you're in that range. But if you get closer in, that's where you're actually the safest. I think, for me, my coach was actually telling me, we're going to make you, inside puncher. And I kind of was laughing at him, because I'm like, I don't feel comfortable at all inside. So I always try to stay outside. But then I tried his advice. I went inside. I started moving my head one time. We have this machine gun puncher at our gym. His name is Corey. He can just punch for days, dude. He just goes and throws 10 punch combinations there. And I'm just just getting hit. I'm like, I gotta try something different, right? So I'm like, I dropped my hands a little bit, relaxed, and started moving my head. And that's kind of what I found where my strengths were. Head movement and kind of trying to sneak in, and counter punching, what kind of became my go-to style.
Kind of back to what Skyler was saying a minute ago. When I was trained to punch, I was trained to focus on the punch that's coming after the one you're throwing. So you set yourself up in form to throw the second punch. So when you're coming through, you're not going to follow through like you're throwing a damn haymaker or something. If you're going for a jab punch, you're already on your second punch before that first one's even hit.
Well, yeah, but you're still aiming for a certain point. What I'm saying is, instead of say I'm sitting here and I'm going to throw a punch at Mac and I want to hit him in the nose, like you're supposed to do, hit him square in the face. What I was seeing was, you could see his hand extend, barely graze his face,
He
was
just
coming
smelt
back.
whatever
No.
you stuck that finger in last.
It was him, so it's fine.
See, actually, I saw Mayweather actually. Mayweather looked it didn't seem to me like he was putting in any effort. I knew that first round he just let McGregor work. I mean, you could just tell. And I think he's very strategic. He's like, I'm 40 years old. This is a young cat, in his prime. He either played it safe, didn't want to get too beat up or whatever, or he just knew that he was light years ahead of him. I mean, I guess we can speculate it, but it's show business. You never know.
I read a funny story this morning when I got off work, and it's not true. It's literally just something that the press came up with. But there was a moment this past couple of days where Ice Cube and Floyd Mayweather, not Ice Cube, but 50 Cent and Floyd Mayweather were together at the same point.
Floyd Feather?
Sorry,
We start that all over right now.
Feather Mayfair.
There was a moment where 50 Cent and Floyd Mayweather were together. And the article read that they were throwing hands at each other. It's not true. I know it's not true. That's not something that's going to fucking happen. But I was reading some of the comments on the story, and we got a bunch of people that are like, oh, yeah, 50 Cent, back before he was a rapper, he was throwing punches and throwing hands and shit, doing boxing and all this other stuff. He was a good hit. But 50 Cent's got a good, 75 pounds on Mayweather. But the point, the thing of the story is that they were throwing hands and that 50 Cent knocked Mayweather out.
Oh.
That's the first time in that 30-minute description that you actually said what you were trying to say.
Sorry, guys. I don't smoke weed that much, and I'm a little rambly.
Yeah, but see, that's unfair because 50 Cent is bulletproof, so.
Well, yeah, and then there was other comments. They're just like, oh, 50 Cent, he's just a rapper. He's in movies and production and all this other shit. But 50 Cent's been shot.
Yeah.
A few times.
9 times.
Yeah.
It'd have been cooler if he was shot at and missed, because
No, he was shot and hit. I don't care about your fucking stories. He was hit by a bullet and kept going.
He was hit by 9 bullets.
Exactly.
At once.
From
He
9
was a
different
fucking
people.
scrapper, and
Yep.
like there was these people that are like, oh, 50 Cent ain't got shit. I'm like, no, I mean, like honestly, if they were to sit there and Floyd Mayweather wasn't to pull that fancy footwork, and then if 50 Cent were to be able to connect, knock his ass out.
Well, yeah, dude, it's completely different in the street because that's why I said boxing is like speed chess because it's all within the rules. It all goes along with boxing and so that when I said chess, you have those limitations, you have the rings, you have the rules, you have the ref there, you have all those things, and you know what to go within. In the street, you can't dance back when you're against a brick wall.
Right.
You can't. There's a lot of things different. I mean, if you're fighting a dude who's vicious enough, you'll just pick up
It's literally
trash can and hit
a
you with
fight
it. I've
of
done
people
it.
that are the exact same weight with pretty much the same experience with the exact same set of rules.
Right. Well, because I'm a big dude, but I don't mess around. I ain't trying to get hurt. So if someone's trying to fight me, I'll just pick up like a bar stool and whack him with it. That ain't boxing.
Well, my
I'll
thing
never
is,
claim
like,
it
I don't
is.
like fighting little dudes. Like, I'm 6'2", 300 pounds. Mac, you're what, 5'10", buck 60?
Right now, I'm chunky. I'm going down on weight, but I
Says
don't. I
in a
don't.
room full of
There's a room full of
large
fat
guys.
dudes.
No,
Go ahead. I'll wait while you spit this out.
I actually I went through kind of a funk the last 2 years. I'm finally like getting out of it, but I was about 200 pounds.
Oh, you fat piece of shit.
I remember
For
200
my-
Hold on.
Right,
Let's
sound?
do this. This could be very entertaining.
The last time I was
How much do you think I weigh?
Oh man.
I'm not even going to let Trey interrupt me this time.
Well, you're 7 feet tall and you're even wider than that. So
Hashtag
gonna-
intro.
I'll give you.
And let me hold on. Right now, the weight I'm at right now, I've lost 48 pounds.
If I have to see like how big you are and you don't look like you're just fat, I'd probably give you like maybe 400.
I was at 455 pounds.
How much are you now?
Right now, I'm at 412.
Oh, so
That's a
I'm
big
pretty
old
close.
bitch.
Yes, I am over 400 pounds.
You have a lot of force behind your fist. He's gonna swing and the whole garage is just gonna fall.
He's got torque wrenches for forearms.
I mean, he slapped me across the face the other day, and I just spun
Shit yourself?
a little bit.
There's only been one guy in my entire life that I've hit in the face and didn't knock out.
Really?
And I was nervous. No, it wasn't you.
He wasn't mad.
This dude was a straight crackhead, and they say you can never beat a crackhead. And
You can't, man. You were
that's
just
true.
like, boop, get back up. Hey,
That's
what the
true.
fuck
He
you
got
doing?
up, and then he tried to football tackle me, so I hit him in the freaking. I hit him right in his, right on the side until he's
Right in the kidney?
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for.
Yep.
Gave him kidney shots till he laid on the ground and cried.
Chained him up out back like a zombie.
Could you imagine getting 20 plus kidney shots from me at full
Dude,
force?
kidney shots are the best when you don't want to fight somebody. Because people that aren't used to getting hit, in that lower region, one kidney shot will put them on the fucking ground if you connect right.
Oh, that dude was pissing blood for like a month. I guarantee it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
He deserved it though, man. He tried beating me up twice.
What do you mean beating you down? You can't beat you up any higher than you already are.
And got me. And see, liquid courage is a wonderful thing, and I was the bouncer at said location where this had happened. And my girl ended up getting there right as I'm like pummeling this dude's face. I was like, oh damn.
I've only ever seen John mad enough to hit somebody once. And
What was that?
when we were at Whiskey's Roadhouse, man, remember that shit with everything that was going down? Dude came out to the smoke deck. We were sitting out there. You were pissed.
Oh yeah.
He came out to the smoke deck and said, "You're all fucking bitches," and hopped the fucking wooden fence. It's a good 6.5 foot tall fence. And he just hopped over it, and John's like, you know what? Fuck this. And he runs through the fucking bar, goes outside, and he's like, come on, motherfucker! He handed somebody his fucking glasses. He took his fucking hat off. Okay, John is 6'8", 400 pounds. Okay, imagine Andre the Giant mad at you, and you're a $175 thinking you're tough shit. You got a pair of pants full of shit when this behemoth starts coming after you, and this dude wasn't backing down either. Like, I don't know what the fuck he was on, or what do you think he was trying to fucking prove?
It was more of a personal thing for stupidity.
Well, yeah, but still, like I love John. I know he would never do that to me, but I would probably shit my pants if somebody of equal stature were to come at me with that kind of integrity.
I mean, I used my signature move. I mean, all I do is my move as a bouncer, being a large individual now, this way instead of this way, I just grab you by the throat and lift you off the ground.
He did, dude.
That's my number one signature move because. First off, you feel pretty shitty if your feet leave the ground and the guy has you by the throat.
I kind of want you to do that
hand.
to me to see how it feels.
He lifted this dude
not
no
fun.
shit
It's
at
not.
least 5 inches off the fucking ground. I remember another time
That was left-handed too.
I remember another time we were at Whiskey's and there was these two dudes fighting out in the back parking lot. Remember when Peanut was there and everything, and everybody got all pissed off? We all went outside.
Oh yeah, that was when they were robbing that guy, and then I ended up robbing the guys that robbed him, and then
Exactly.
gave it to the guy that got
outside,
robbed.
Bear hugs this dude from the back, like he bends over, and then just bear hugs him and stands up, and he's like, "So you're gonna fucking give up? There's nothing you could fucking do." Dude's just sitting there like kicking like a little kid in a swing set. His arms can't fucking move. He can't do shit. And then we finally get everybody calmed down, and John sets him down. And I don't remember everything after that because I went back in the bar.
I told him if he moved, I was going to kill him. And by the time everything was all said and done, he asked me if he could move from that section.
Damn, you got into that dude's head.
Yeah.
6'8", 400-pound dude says he's gonna kill you. You better fucking listen.
They had just got done attempting to rob one of my friends.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they were out there throwing hands. Like their faces weren't too fucked up, so they weren't like they were drunk. The punches weren't really doing much, but if we weren't out there and everybody separated them, it would have got pretty ugly.
Since this is kind of shifting into the whole let's talk about fight warrior stories, I have the ultimate one to tell you, dude.
Well, get after it, girlfriend.
It's great. So one of the bartenders at one of the local strip clubs in their area that I worked at is literally about 4 foot tall. Like, she's just short as hell, okay? Well, she caught my attention, and there was somebody fighting in the bathroom as I'm bouncing. So I walk in there, mirrors broke, there's like blood, like they're going at it in the bathroom. So I grab one by the throat, I grab the other by the throat, and I was like, all right, fuck it. So I carry them both out of the door, open the door with both of them, come outside and have them both up in the air. I have two guys by the throat, both are dangling, and I'm carrying them through underneath the door, and I threw them out into the parking lot. She was on the floor, laughing so hard. She said that was the first time she's ever seen a real-life cartoon.
When I hear that story, and I just think of that scene in John Carpenter's Halloween where Michael Myers picks that dude up by the neck. He's got him in one hand, and then he takes that kitchen knife, and he stabs it all the way through his fucking body and just leaves him hanging there on the fucking door. That's what I imagine. And dude's like a good 6 inches off the fucking ground.
Yeah. I've done that with two guys before and slammed their heads together, and they both. We're seeing lights. For
I did that to a friend of mine. We had a buddy of mine was working at this cleaning company, cleaning out fucking grocery stores and shit, and he was stealing bottles of liquor from the fucking grocery store. So we had a couple bottles of Jack Daniels. This is when me and you went to Roosevelt.
So that means
Mac.
you helped steal.
I didn't help steal shit. He showed up, and
I helped drink it.
I sure the fuck did.
He's a very, very helpful man when it comes to that.
I'm all about bro code, and we were sitting there all fucked up. You weren't. I don't think you were there for this exact situation. But we were sitting there getting drunk, and a friend of mine, actually one of your ex-girlfriends, Becca.
Damn, way to put names out there.
I didn't put a last name. She doesn't listen to the podcast.
She might.
She will listen to this, but
I'm going to tell her to. But she was pissing me off, and I was kind of like,
you hear that, Becca? You were pissing him off.
Becca sounds hot.
She's real hot. And I was fucking with her, and I kind of just
embarrass him, by the way.
That's cool. And I put my hand up, and
he's dead set on the story.
And I was fake choking her, and she's like, "You won't do shit." And
you choked Becca?
I didn't choke her, actually.
Bro, Becca.
Did she ask you
I was fucking with her, and then
you were fucking her.
There's people you can call.
She was like, "You won't fucking do it," and then I literally just took my thumb and my middle finger and put a little bit of pressure around the back of her neck and just went and picked her up off her fucking feet. She's like, never mind.
You know, Skyler He had a lot of potential to be a professional wrestler. That would have been his finisher move.
Dude, he looks like a
can see
professional
that.
wresler with this new blonde hair job.
What?
he's
Let's,
got.
let's figure out what this blonde is all about.
It's about being pretty, baby.
That's
You
far
wouldn't know
from
shit.
That's far.
He watched too much Jersey Shore.
I
That's
was
what
hanging
did it,
out.
uh,
I was hanging out with a friend, and she was bleaching her hair. And I do this just about once a year, and it's never intentional, but it's always the same time every fucking year. Like I'll see my memories on Facebook. I'm like, fuck, I'm really that predictable. But
instead of Short Bus Skyler, I'm going to call you Feminem the rest of the show.
do whatever the fuck you got to do.
Feminine.
But I was just
looks
like, yeah,
like-
bleach my hair, and I want to dye it a different color, but I just don't know exactly what color to dye it yet.
Anything but that.
Well, yeah, no, I'm not gonna rock the blonde forever,
You look like a little Dutch boy.
but I'm going bald, and I'm like, well, I have.
You know what, bro? I swear, you ever seen the movies where they portray the pedophiles that are hiding in the Like, I'm telling you
I don't
right
like
now,
where this story's fucking going.
you could totally get a gig acting as that person with that
You
hairstyle.
look like a pedophile. is what
You know
he's
what? This
saying.
podcast is over. I quit. Short Bus Skyler is done.
But tell me I'm wrong. You know
I'm
what
gonna stab John
the
while he
thinning
sleeps.
part right in the front?
I don't see him that way.
The thinning. I don't see him
No,
that way
you
either.
know what he
but
honestly.
put him there.
No, you know what he reminds me of is like. He reminds me of a high school teacher with the hair like that. That's all.
Oh, with the fucking island sitting in the front of their fucking forehead.
You kind of got that. a
Oh,
little
dude,
bit.
I got the receding hairline like a motherfucker. But the way I looked at it was, I'm growing my hair out anyways.
Me too.
It's going thin. It's going thin. I'm like, I might as well have fun with it while I can.
So I'm just going to put this out there for everybody who's listening, if anybody's listening. So while he was holding his story, on the back of this piece of cardboard I had, I wrote free candy. And without Skyler knowing, I put it in front so the tray could see it. Now look at it. See, it works.
Now flip back to my fucking page full of notes.
Well, I don't know
Yeah,
which page
yeah,
it
take your
was.
time.
I don't know, man. Like, I it's not bad. Kind of seems like a midlife crisis.
Oh, I'm 24.
I mean, but for you,
Yeah, well, yeah, it's about midlife.
I had mine around 25.
Oh, yeah.
Just get it over with earlier, so then you just get, you know.
He looks more like a more frumpy Guy Fieri.
This is not the page that I had drawn up, John.
That's right here.
It's right here. It's right here. That's cool. I know what I'm going to next because we're still going to talk about Mac for a
He
second.
looks like a Midwestern Ken doll.
Fat and a little dick, not no dick.
He's a grower, not a shower.
Well,
that why
yeah.
all the
Oh,
dude-
if that's what you want to fucking call
Hey,
it.
it's not the size of the pencil; it's how you sign your name.
And it's
alright?
sloppy.
Bro, you do have a small signature. Just
How the
saying.
fuck do you know?
I've been trying to whitewash checks of yours, but it's not working.
It's because there ain't no fucking money in my account. But while we're still on the subject of Mac, even though we're not on the subject of Mac, my Polish Armada has recently become a stoner,
Oh.
and it's really funny. I'm going to tell a little bit of joke on you. He started
that
smoking
joke?
weed and started venturing into the whole spirituality of it and everything, and he starts texting me all this stuff about the stuff that he's discovered and trying to inform me, but completely forgetting that all through high school I was one of the biggest fucking stoners you were gonna fucking meet. So I'm hearing these stories, I'm like, yep, I remember my first beer kind of thing. But he's changed a lot. He's gotten a lot more spiritual. His opinion has changed a lot since he started smoking pot. And what are your views? I know Illinois right now is only at fucking medical.
Did you just say Illinois?
Illinois is only at medical marijuana, and they're trying to legalize. Illinois. It's French. Oui, oui. But they're trying to legalize recreational.
Yes, they are.
Mac, what do you think about that? I know you like to smoke pot.
On
What do you
recreational.
think he's gonna say?
Well, but like, what are your like? Everybody's got a different opinion about why you should smoke weed. Some people are like, I like to get high. Some people are like, oh, it helps the body. I don't have anxiety anymore. There's different reasons.
Well, let me tell you what I think. It's not that. I would say that I have gotten a greater understanding of spirituality, being from a Christian background. You know, I was taught a certain thing, but you know, it's just a lot of people don't know what spirituality is. I mean, we are taught what to do. We're indoctrinated to function in the system from the very early ages in public schools. Like, that's the kind of thoughts that it sparked up in my head, because I feel like there's these plants that they have all these very healing properties that get you in tune with your human essence. And since I've experienced with psychedelics and after the weed and both of them together, I can tell you that my views as far as the Christianity that I was introduced to, I feel like it's very, it's very different, and it gave me a different perspective, I guess a deeper understanding of what my theology is. But I feel like there's so much good that can come from these.
Really deep on that.
Yeah.
Like I almost need to stick a ladder in that hole to grab you out of it real quick. But I see where you're going with it. I get it.
I feel like human essence, ever since I've done these things, I feel a different person. I feel like I wouldn't call them psychedelic drugs. I feel like that's medicine of the mind. It restores the mind-body connection. That's what it did for me. I feel like the past 2 years I was very in a weird, funky place where
there's a reason why it's all illegal. I mean, think about it.
You can't control an educated man.
Exactly.
All right? You can't control a human being because we're designed to be free. We're not.
Whether we believe it or not, I don't mean to get political, because I'm not trying to get political, but, think about it. Everything that we do is designed.
Well, yeah, it's all designed to keep people. It's kind of designed to keep people in a group and scared.
Well, even if it's not necessarily about scaring them, which I agree with you, it's literally our whole lives are designed for us.
The sheepdogs protect the sheep, but they still lead them to slaughter.
Exactly.
Ooh, shit.
The stoner minds of Dr.
Confucius say.
Confucian says.
Confucius say, don't pee uphill or you'll get your shoes wet.
But I think
don't pee on an electric fence or you'll end up with a new haircut.
Yeah, but the swelling in your wiener
rudely interrupted.
You're welcome.
Moving on.
Welcome to the Short Bus Skyler Show.
Nobody cares what nobody says. It's
no,
all right.
not at all. If we go 5 minutes without a dick joke, we failed.
True, we had to fit that in. We were running out of time. We were like 4 minutes
Chicks
and 50
are for
seconds.
fags. All right, just go on.
Whoa. Listen, it is 2018, man. There is nothing wrong with being gay.
Hey, I'm gonna just a second. There was, I'm gonna reference Joe Rogan again. He when he said chicks are for fags, he brought up the word. It's not.
Oh, you got him excited now.
It's not able to be used now as a term like we used to use when we were growing up. The word is faggot. Now, nowadays it's like, oh, you call somebody a faggot, and they're like, oh, you're politically incorrect. You're so insensitive. Somebody's feelings are gonna get hurt. And Joe Rogan went into the explanation of the actual word, and people are like, oh, it's a bundle of sticks, and they used those to burn gay people back in the day. Well, no. The term fag is, yes, for a bundle of sticks, but it was so big and awkward to carry that it was a burden. So, like, oh, man, hurry up, come on, quit being a faggot. We're literally using it in the correct terminology, saying that, oh, it's like a burden. Another definition is a burdensome woman, somebody who's causing stress on your life in some way.
So women are faggots?
So when
Is that what you're saying?
Skyler literally just broke down why women are faggots.
Sorry, ladies.
I think this is the best show we've ever had.
I've been single for a while now, and I don't know the reason.
Because you just said women are faggots.
Well, yeah, a little bit.
I think you might venture into the other side now.
Well, the other side's full of faggots, too.
It's alright, though. There's a lot of super nice gay people.
That's true.
That's one thing I know, is they're all so nice. Except the two friendly ones. Remember this one dude in high school that, like, tackled me and just tried to, like, kiss me?
The white dude?
Yeah. The one that cock-blocked you so hard.
Oh.
He was a literal faggot. Such a nuisance that night.
That
We're taking it back.
no, he brought it up, and now he's got me fucking heated. I've been messing around with this girl. Names will be left out. I'm not gonna put names out there, but I was messing around with this girl for a while, and her best friend was the guy that he was talking about. He was a gay guy. He really liked his female friends.
He was a nice guy, though.
He was a nice enough dude, but he was super overprotective and really judgmental towards other people and who his friends.
He was jealous of you.
Oh, well, I hope he didn't want to fuck me. But we had a house on the south side of town, and she was over, and me and her we got drunk, and she was on my fucking lap. We were making out, and I was feeling her up and everything like this. We were getting ready to start boning, and he comes out of his fucking bedroom hearing the fucking moaning and shit, and he grabs her by the fucking arm and says, "You're not fucking Skyler!"
Like as if it's a rule. Like you've broken the golden rule.
I'm
and
sitting
you're
there.
Fucking Skyler.
She's no longer on my lap. I got a wicked boner. I'm drunk as shit, and I'm like, why not? He never had an explanation as to why.
Because he wanted to.
Well, that could, and there was a lot of speculation going around because he liked to feel up his chick friends.
He wasn't really gay.
I don't think he's 100% gay. I think he's only like 75% because he really liked to feel up and see his chick friends and like lingerie and shit. He really liked grabbing ass and titties.
Next on my weird, strange addiction.
Like I don't know. See, like that's what's weird to me is like putting yourself in that position, like where you're in this position of they trust you because you're the gay friend. You get to see him naked, you get to touch him and all that stuff. Okay, but you will never get to have sex with them without first showing that you've betrayed their trust, which is the best way to not have sex with a girl.
I wonder how many like on that subject, how many girls have had sex with their quote air quote gay air quote
It does happen.
best friends.
I know about a few times.
I mean, like, I know it happens, but, like, you know, girls really trust their gay best friends. They're like, oh, there's somebody we can trust. It's a male perspective, but from a female's perspective.
All you got to do is watch I Now Pronounce
It's
You
like
Chuck and
they
Larry.
like dick, but
That-
they
no,
have a
that's-
dick.
I can't say nothing without this dude cutting me off. I'm going to stab him in the jugular with a spoon.
You never let me talk. You literally.
I now pronounce you Chuck and... I now pronounce...
I wasn't even trying to do that.
Son of a bitch.
That movie's... It's a completely different topic.
No, it's not.
It's completely different. The whole point of the movie was he didn't have insurance benefits, so he used his favor for his best friend to marry him.
I think the bleach is sinking into your brain today.
Dude, I literally just watched this movie like a week ago.
Yeah, dude.
So did I, but at the same time, remember the character Adam Sandler played ended up befriending his lawyer and tried pretending, and she was all cool with it because she thought he was gay. That's what you just get done talking about.
Yeah, and I'm really jealous of Adam Sandler because he got to feel up Jessica Biel twice. If you watch, it's twice. There's
We all
boob
got
jiggles.
ADD so bad in this show.
And then he fucking ends up with her. Like, well, but in that situation, they end up together. They're in a relationship.
Yeah.
But that's a little bit different of the fact where you're playing the gay friend and it works out in your favor to get laid.
Yeah, but Jessica Biel's just dollar store Jessica Alba.
No.
To me, at least.
That was mean.
Whatever. She's never gonna listen to us.
I prefer brunettes over blondes anyway. Like, don't get me wrong, Jessica Alba. Oh yeah. But
What was that?
that was my O face.
I feel so sorry for those girls.
But to me, Jessica Biel's got, you know, like,
I agree
she's way more attractive.
with Trey.
She's super proportionate. Dude, I think she's way more attractive.
She looks like an alien person. Too perfect. If she was made in a lab.
Let me see a picture of this woman.
He is now looking on his phone for a picture of Jessica Biel.
No.
I
Okay.
wish Lindsay would have been here because I would have got her and told her, "See, that's the correct instance to use your cell phone. That's
Absolutely.
the perfect way to use
I
your cell
think-
phone during the show." Right? That's you know what? You just opened up Pandora's box.
Hashtag high five.
Good job.
I think Jessica Alba is has this girly look where Jessica Biel is more of a woman. And she looks more mature then.
Jessica Biel's more of the girl that's like, yeah, this is what I want you to do to me. And Jessica Alba's more like, oh, what are you going to do to me? You know?
I don't know. Give me some ideas.
So which one does Trey like
Oh, I've
more?
got ideas.
Neither one of them have gray hair, so it doesn't matter.
Oh.
I feel like
It was just Betty White's 92nd birthday or something last week.
it's just so
Give
sad
her
to
some
like.
dick.
I find all women beautiful, and you guys just like decide certain genres.
All right,
of women
bro.
at
I am
different
glad
times.
you said that. You know why?
Why?
Because you are going to spend the evening with a couple women that I know personally,
Personally knows them.
and you're going to have some fun.
Ugh.
You don't. There's no sexual at all, but you have to make it through the entire night. That's all I'm going to say. You got to make it through the entire night.
Ugh.
Well, that's like, he's
We're,
just
we're
like,
gonna
oh.
we're gonna donate a date with Dr. or Trap Jesus, Dr. Trey, whatever the hell we want to call him.
Chaos the clown.
One of the
That,
three.
bruh.
We're gonna raffle off a date with Trey.
I'll even wear a tie.
I win. And nobody's getting my man. Oh, yeah, you guys haven't heard.
Put up or shut up.
Me and Trey are boyfriends now.
And you wonder why people think you're gay.
And that kind of goes into the whole thing where Trey was just like, I think all women are beautiful. And I think all women are beautiful too, but everybody seems to think I like
But
smoking
you like
pole.
dick more.
Everybody seems to think I like smoking pole. And I don't fucking get it. Like,
I mean, all you gotta do is literally look at his Facebook and the pictures. Just the first 3 pictures, don't care what pictures they
the
are.
first 3 pictures are me literally with a cigarette hanging out of my mouth giving you the middle finger
They have
at a metal concert.
You're a very
Alright,
flamboyant
alright.
straight man.
I just love how Skyler's
I
the
prefer
kind
the
of
term
guy.
metrosexual.
I love how Skyler's the kind of guy who will go instantly from announcing his new gay relationship to saying, I don't know why people think I'm gay.
Well, Trey can attest to my not gayness. A friend of ours posted on Facebook this meme that says women find they like it better when their partner is less attractive. It makes them feel a little bit more important. And it was a friend of ours, and I posted a meme of Joey Tribbiani from Friends, and it said, "How you doing?"
So earlier, didn't I say the first 3 pictures would prove that he's gay? Okay. The first picture that he uploaded to Facebook is Hinder, Homecoming Queen. The album cover with the song saying that yes, that he liked that song. So that's number 1, okay? Number 1. Number 2, halfway through the workday and only 6 more hours, and the only thing you can't see is him bending down with something by his mouth.
I was sitting at a table.
That's number 2, but it looks very provocative.
Yeah, no, that Snapchat got cropped the wrong way.
He does
Okay.
have the uncomfortable eyes
Doesn't
of a
he?
man with something in his
Exactly.
rectum.
And that is number 3. And
Oh,
then, I'm
that's a
sorry.
child.
I know it's a child. But if you go past it really fast,
That's my kid.
Yes, I know. Yes,
That's
I-
his
I
birthday.
know.
Fuck you.
That is
That is
proof
his
he's
birthday
not gay.
picture.
And then you go to Pokemon.
Yeah, it's a Vulpix. Fuck
Okay?
you mean? You
And then-
jealous?
Now here's the mother of all pictures. Mother of all pictures. A night out with Skyler.
He's got pink eye.
Exactly.
That I woke. I literally. I woke.
I don't know, John. Guys, everybody calm down. I have to take this moment, John, to say that one picture of his kid, you can't use that because that's the best proof he has that he's not gay.
Oh, I understand that, but
you-
maybe he wasn't at that time, or maybe he was trying to prove something.
Are you trying to say that?
And-
Are you trying to say that I'm pulling a Tom Cruise?
I said it's a choice.
I've seen it happen before. I've seen it happen before. I'm not saying it's a choice, but it's a choice to hide it and try to prove you're not.
He did know he was.
Okay.
Dude, Skyler's
I don't-
gonna come out the closet after this show.
Guys, I don't have to prove that I'm not gay. My track record proves that I'm not gay.
Skyler has to come out the closet every day because he lives in one.
I gotta be pretty, bro. I'm not a good looking
The
guy.
next is a
I need to have
three-way with
something.
3 male dinosaurs.
Hey, that is a girl in the middle.
It's a female dinosaur.
Oh my god!
He went into full lawyer mode instantly. That's a girl in the middle. It's not gay.
Why are you still flipping through my shit, bro?
Because I
It's
would've
only
Trying
gay
to
if
prove
the
that I'm
walls touch.
gay?
I've already proved it.
You haven't proven shit. Fuck you, Dad.
That's all I've been waiting for this whole time. It took me that long, Feminem.
We still haven't made those videos yet, and I still want to do it.
All you
casting
gotta do
couch
is
videos?
all you gotta
Sorry.
do is set it up.
We got a couch.
Train
and
is casting couch videos. I swear to God.
Dude, it's such an easy way to make money.
but with the video aspect and the ideas that I've shot at you, John and Trey, Mac and his girlfriend's been in like theater production and like video editing and everything, and they got a badass camera an actual camera that shoots like 4K.
4K.
You're really off, Punch.
I'm a little high. 4K high quality videos that we can start making content for you viewers, so you can start seeing what we're doing instead of.
That would require you to take the time to set it up and organize it.
I already got a shit ton of notes in my phone about ideas for that show that I proposed to you the other day.
I mean,
I still have that script.
Are you part of the One Nut Club too? Because ideas are only ideas until you make them happen.
I literally texted it to you like 2 days ago. Did you just come?
I think so. I think so.
No chill.
Did you guys see this? You can watch 58-year-old Flavor Flav get his ass beat in Las Vegas for disrespecting a man's mother.
No, I haven't
That's
seen
cool. I want to watch Flavor Flav get beat up. Does he say, "Yeah, boy"?
Oh, God.
And then clunk.
That big old clock on his neck.
Well, I gotta say, I grew up watching Flavor of Love after school because we get out of school, get home around 3, and then
He
that
was
was
not
on.
a pleasant-looking man.
No, but
No,
God,
but his
could
clock
he
was
catch-
shiny.
And the funny part
Girls
of
like
it,
the bling.
you get the show, and you'd have half of them were like these ratchet-looking chicks that were actually nice, and then half of them were really hot and complete train wrecks, and it was so great to watch. Flavor of Love was absolutely entertaining.
Bro, Flavor Flav gets his ass whipped.
The only episode, and it was a series through VH1. It was, they had Rock of Love, Flavor of Love. Rock of Love was with Bret Michaels.
Yeah.
And the only episode that I saw of that, he was on tour doing a show, and he comes back to the house where all the girls are, and they're getting fucked up, and one of the girls comes up and instantly starts making out with him, and then it cuts to an interview where he's like, "Man, she was a good fucking kisser, but that taste was real familiar." And then it cuts to her interview later. She was just like, "Yeah, I had just finished throwing up, and Brett walked in the house, and I just couldn't help myself."
Oh, that's horrible.
Let me just say that you have the basic white drunk girl imitation on point.
I got plenty of chick friends.
You are just
They're all basic.
you're fabulous.
Every last one of them. All of my friends that are chicks that are listening, you're all basic. But I love you. I will still Snapchat you tomorrow.
Hey, you just like a simple woman. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Hey, man, simple women have simple problems, and I don't have to worry about spending my time on some dumb shit.
I don't know, man. Basic bitches tend to have more problems and shit that I'm just not trying to deal with.
I mean, granted, I don't put up with any of it anyways. I don't date because women are dumb. They don't. They're just not fun.
Apparently,
to date.
you spent half the show trying to prove that they're faggots.
One night I ended up in some trailer somewhere, and not 12 hours later I was waking up with her asking me to buy her baby diapers. I'm just saying.
See, what there happened was,
Must not have been tax season.
welcome to Trailer Park.
Speaking of gay, I was flipping through Facebook, and
Were ya?
Elton John is doing a farewell tour now. And then to lump this
hold on.
in, and then
May
hold on,
I
shut
just
up,
let this
shut
sink
up,
in
shut up,
for a
shut up,
second?
John. And then to
Okay.
lump this in to completely confuse you guys, one post later, I saw from Loudwire that Slayer is also doing a farewell tour this year.
Oh, I wish they toured together.
Coincidence?
No, the coincidence is that he went with the fluffy stuff first, okay, and then
It's
tried
literally
to,
written first on the fucking page.
and then tried to prove himself with Slayer.
Oh, God.
Dude, nothing
Fuck
wrong
you,
with
Dad.
Elton John. I was more going to say it's kind of funny that with Elton John, it's not his contributions to music or the fact that he changed the course of music history. No, he's gay.
Yeah, that's the only thing. Like, Elton John was an amazing musician. He made great music. The only thing people care about is that he wears big fuzzy coats and pink sunglasses while he plays the piano.
Now isn't
He's
that
like a
much-
modern day Liberace that everybody seems to love.
You know what's crazy though? It's kind of weird to bring up, but I watched this newer Kingsman movie the other day, the sequel to.
Shh. Nope. Spoilers.
Oh, nope. I'm only gonna tell you one thing. That
It kind of
doesn't spoil
sucks
anything.
compared to the first
It
one.
doesn't spoil anything. It's just that basically in his role, Elton John, who plays himself, fully admits in this movie he does cocaine. and it's pretty great.
Who?
Elton John.
Really?
As you grow older,
How
ladies
do
and
you-
gentlemen, and you reach your mid-20s, you realize that everybody, and I mean everybody, does cocaine. All of them.
I don't.
You're at the bar, and you see some girl freaking out. Guess what? She does cocaine. You see your brother sitting over there hitting on a fat chick. They both are doing cocaine.
No, they're not. We've already established this. If you go to that strange addiction stuff, there's a woman that snorts, 9 ounces of baby powder a day?
Ooh, yeah.
There was one that snorted her husband's ashes.
Yep. She was eating them.
Or eaten. You're right.
Yep, eating her husband's ashes. Ooh.
To cross the line, while you guys are talking about snorting weird shit, my dad sent me I think it was my dad. He sent me a video, and it was this girl blowing this dude, and he jizzes on the table, and she takes a credit card and cuts up lines and snorts all of them.
That's so hot.
Okay, that guy, that's...
Mac has a weak stomach, BTW. He really does.
Somebody pass me a bucket.
You shouldn't have told me that.
Thanks for the ideas.
I know.
What is the matter with you, you lunatic?
My dad fucking sent it to me. Talk to him.
I don't know. I'm on Skyler's side
And,
here.
and just to clear the air, that I've been friends with his dad since he was a kid. So
My dad's 50.
yeah, I know.
Since
There's
you were,
no way you were friends
since
with
you
him
were a
since I was a
boy.
kid.
When I say kid, I mean like underage to go in the bar. So
Yeah, but I
yes.
was still there.
No, you weren't.
Yes, the fuck I was. Just
No,
not.
you weren't.
You were never at a bar.
I'm not going to pull out the bar because I love that place and I want them to keep serving me. But there was a couple of places where my dad was real good friends with like the owners because, you know, he grew up in Rockford. He knew a lot of people. They all grew up and they bought businesses. And at the age of 16, 17, I could go to these places and order food and a beer. And I had to avoid those places on my 21st birthday because if I wanted a birthday shot, most places ask for your ID to prove that it's your birthday. And if it would have said August 13th, 1993, they're like, you just turned 21?
I did that. I frequented a bar for over 3 years.
Yeah.
After work, every day, we'd all go to what's now the SMFS whatever club on Sandy Hollow in Rockford. Mm-hmm. We used to go there, and it was called, I can't remember what the hell it was called now. Anyway, we'd go in there every day because I was friends with all the drivers from UPS. So I'd go in there with the guys. I was a driver, but I was still young as hell. And on my 21st birthday, I said, well, you're not even going to ID me? And I showed her. She's like, you son of a bitch.
Exactly.
But I still got my birthday shot out of it, damn it.
I just don't want to do my dad dirty like that. He gave me the hookup on a couple places, and respect.
Anyway, yes, I've known your dad for a long time.
Yeah, it's really funny. Like, as I started hanging around in this scene, and I sit there and I talk to people, you know, they're about 10, 15 years older, and I start talking to them, and they start bringing up people that they knew from back in the day, or even older than that. Damn near everybody knows my fucking dad. They're like, oh, you Big Mike's kid? I'm like, yeah.
Local celebrity.
Yeah,
Your dad's named Mike.
Yeah,
My dad's named Mike.
that's why I love you.
Not the local celebrity. He was the local pothead. We were the partiers.
Same thing.
It was fun. I remember smoking weed with your dad in a makeshift camper on the back of an old 70s Chevy. Let's put it that way.
Dad, I know you're going to be listening to this. Leave a comment. Because he listens to the podcast. He loves them.
Matter of fact, I was taking a nap in said place, and your dad woke me up with a joint.
Yeah, that sounds...
That's a beautiful way to
sounds
wake
like
up.
Pops, man.
Let me share you my weeds giving story with you.
Your weeds giving?
My weeds giving. So my girlfriend and I both decided that this Thanksgiving we are going to have a weeds giving, which consisted of us waking up. I think it was like 6 in the morning because we're just used to waking up early. So wake up at 6 in the morning, got high, went back to bed, woke up around 9 or 10, rolled another joint, and then we ate all the food and rolled another joint. And that was the best Thanksgiving.
That would be an awesome Thanksgiving.
That's like every
You just
day.
I was about to say, you just described every day in the life of a daily smoker.
That's like my day.
Well, I can't do
No
that because
way.
I have to
Like-
go to work still. But if I could,
Dude, I have to do it because I have to go to work.
really.
I can't go into work not high.
See, I'm not there yet. See, I like to keep my tolerance low because then it takes less to, get.
No.
stoned.
You get better shit then. That's what you got to do.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got some pretty good shit.
I like to keep it at a therapeutic level.
Like originally I used it for sleep because for some reason I just cannot fall asleep normally. So it'll take me about 2-3 hours before I even catch a snooze. So, but we changed that completely. I can take a couple puffs and then decide when I'm going to sleep. So, I mean, like something like this, I don't have a sleeping problem anymore.
Here, see, it helps out a lot. It helps out a lot.
Yeah.
Legalize it.
Back to that first
Hashtag
subject.
legalize it.
Actually, guys, I do have something relevant on that subject. Is on North Main in Rockford, right up near Whiskey's Pub. There is now a billboard for a
Wait,
website.
what's Whiskey's Pub?
It's
Whiskey's
Roadhouse.
Roadhouse, my bad.
You blonde.
I am the pretty one. But, no, sorry, Whiskey's Roadhouse, my bad. If you're driving towards town, there's a big old billboard that's like, stop the stigma, legalize weed, legalize recreational. Like, someone paid to put this big, nice looking billboard up in support of weed. So I thought that was pretty cool.
We know it was not your local drug dealer who paid for that.
No, they don't want weed legal.
Keep talking. I'm going to pee
All
outside.
the evil people don't want weed legal. Remember that, guys. The cartels, they don't want weed legal. The mean drug dealers, they don't want weed
Exactly.
legal.
So if you go up to a known said drug dealer and you ask, what are your thoughts on legalizing marijuana? Absolutely not.
Right.
Why? Because then you take money out of his pocket.
Right, and then he doesn't have money for
So what does
bullets.
what does the answer have to do? There's something in common there.
Uh-huh.
I'm trying. You mess me up.
So did you guys
Enough
notice
with the one-liner.
I just burped.
I'm gonna punch him. I swear.
it was
and
actually a
smoke came out of
5-liner.
my nose.
What's that?
Watch this.
He swallowed the smoke and burped it out.
It's cigarette smoke, mind you.
Yeah, cigarette smoke. But, so, God damn it, you left me hanging here.
You tried stealing the show. Like you
I
messed
don't
me
try
up.
stealing the show. I just go 5 minutes without talking, and then you guys adjust, and then I talk, and you're like, no, wait, Trey's here?
What?
What'd you say?
I don't know. I was in the middle of telling a story, and then Trey was like trying
No,
to
I was
spit
basically-
some jokes.
I was
and I
talking
forgot
about-
where I was going.
I was saying I was going with John, but I had bad timing.
Where were we going?
We were going to talk about how if you legalize marijuana, all of a sudden drug dealers don't have bullets to shoot out of their
Oh yeah,
guns.
I had a whole like
Yeah.
not punchline, but ending to that story, and I didn't get to say it. I don't
You
remember.
poor giant.
I don't remember. It.
On a different note, John, I have a question for
Oh
you.
no.
What is it like to always be the largest man in the room?
It's weird. And I'm tired of hearing the joke or the, oh my God, you're so tall. I hear that everywhere. It's like, I don't know I'm tall. Like, I just woke up this morning a midget and came out of my bedroom, and all of a sudden I'm 6'8". It's news to me.
It's
why
kind
are
of
you
like-
Why are you going to remind me every fucking time I'm at the gas station waiting in line, and you decide that you can't keep it to your fucking self, and you look up in the air and like, oh my God, you're so tall. Well, no shit, you dumb short bitch.
Hashtag triggered.
The guy's exact words were, "That's a corn-fed motherfucker right
I
there."
remember.
And you know what? I wanted to fucking strap him down and stick a stalk of corn down his throat.
But here was the best part: is the second John got out the door, the guy instantly changed what he was saying to, "He could kick my ass. He whoop my ass. That man could whoop my ass. You see that man? He could whoop my ass."
He don't need to whoop your ass. He just needs to sit down.
Everywhere I go, it's like I've never been asked how tall I was, or oh my God, you're so tall. What do I say to that? Do I say, oh my God, you're so short, or oh my God, your clothes don't match, or you smell funny? What do I say to people?
Dude, I think that the other
That's-
ones are good ideas.
With,
Like your clothes don't match would be
When
hilarious.
when somebody comes up to you and they're like, "Oh man, you're so tall," I'd be like, "Yeah, how's my dick smell?"
Either that, or I'm gonna, if it's a guy, and be like, oh yeah, I can see your bald spot from here.
The weather's pretty cold up here.
Did you know every time you remind a tall person that they're tall, they get a little taller?
What?
What?
I don't know.
It makes sense if you don't think about it. It's like parking your motorcycle next to a refrigerator.
That's my joke. You took it.
I did.
Oh, thief of a joke.
I had a couple more of those.
I've tried. Somebody said something stupid before, and then I said something else really dumb that didn't make any fucking sense. And I was just like, it makes sense if you don't think about it. And they're like, what? I'm like, it's like parking your motorcycle next to a refrigerator. It makes perfect sense if you don't think about it.
Well, if you got a refrigerator in your garage.
Then it makes
But see,
sense.
some people are like, why is your motorcycle in your house? Why is your refrigerator outside?
I got a refrigerator in my garage.
I had 2 refrigerators at one point, so it makes great sense to me.
But see, when I hear that joke, I think of a refrigerator and a motorcycle on your front
Wait
lawn.
a minute. What if you have a refrigerator on your motorcycle?
Well, you're just a pimp. That's a different story.
How much time have you spent in the South? Because a refrigerator next to a motorcycle is not an odd sight for me.
I know it's not an odd sight, but it's just something that Mac and his friends came up with. They were just goofing around, and that's something I heard, and it kind of stuck with me. And it makes it works when somebody says something, when I say something stupid. So it makes sense if you don't fucking think about it.
Moral of the story is just don't think about it.
Stop.
Or if you own a
thinking.
motorcycle, it'd be a really good idea to turn your bags into a refrigerator.
Yeah.
It's good to have both.
Yeah, but you gotta pay us respects for that idea. You're fucking welcome.
All I would care about is a nice cold beer as you're driving by.
You don't even like beer.
I'd give it to you.
Oh, thank you.
See?
You're such a sweetheart.
I can be
I love
nice.
you, Daddy.
Yeah, moral of the story is stop thinking.
And with that gay joke, we bring this wonderful, beautiful podcast to an end. It's been fun.
The fuck was that voice?
You're acting a little too French for me.
I'm sorry, French people, but what he meant by that is that's why people think you're gay.
Excuse my French. But thanks for listening, guys. If you like what we had to listen
about, 5
about,
minutes to prove that he was gay, but we did it.
it didn't prove shit. We got a whole nother episode to come out with,
Part
and you
2
better
coming
listen
up.
to it next
Yeah.
month.
On next month's episode, what it's like coming out of the closet by
All right,
Skyler.
this episode's getting a little bit longer because when I was in high school, there was a teacher.
Oh, there's more. I thought the joke was that you were in high school.
No, there was this teacher.
I thought the
that
joke was that
she thought I was gay, and throughout a whole class period one day, the whole class decided to discuss the matters in which Skyler smoked pole and why I came off that way. I left the fucking room.
I was gonna say, what was the consensus?
I left the fucking room. She was just like, "Oh, you're not gay." I'm like, fucking no. I'm literally grabbing a chick's butt right now." And all these other people are like, "Oh, you're really not gay?" And I'm like, I'm fucking leaving. And I come back 30 minutes later, and they're still fucking talking about it.
Well, I just thought, the way he acted and.
I mean, it's a great idea for girls with boyfriends, but
I think
but
it's
yeah,
that
they
time.
kind of triggered me on that one. But yeah, thanks for listening, guys. We got Mac. He's a special guest right now, knocking people out daily.
Yeah.
We got Dr. Trey and Big John as always.
Shut up, stupid.
Well, if you like the video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe.
Thumbs?
Thumbs.
Oh, I thought you said thongs.
Stop being stupid and listen to what I'm saying.
Put your thumbs up, pull your thongs down.
But yeah, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the page. Tell your friends. Listen to it whenever you want. Just let us know. We got a Facebook page too at Short Bus Skyler Show. Give us a like. And let us know what you want us to talk about.
Bye.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. No thanks. Don't mind me. I'ma just grab my stuff and leave. Excuse me, please. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Nope. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Alright then. I don't know what the fuck just happened, but I don't really care. I'ma get the fuck up out of here. Fuck this shit, I'm out.